for a brief moment from the Attorney General's Public Records Manual. An advisory body may be appointed by a state or local government agency or official. If that advisory body does not exercise other governmental powers, it is a governing body only if its recommendations are made to a, quote, public body. We do not construe public body to include an individual official. For example, an advisory committee appointed by an individual official, such as the governor, the individual head of a department, or a school principal, is not ordinarily a governing body subject to the Public Meetings Law if the advisory committee reports only to the individual appointing official. So the Public Meetings Law strikes a balance between the public interest in transparency and the public interest in confidentiality, such as open or feeling free to engage in candid communications. There are public interests weighing on both sides there, and the Public Meetings Law strikes a balance between those interests. And as we know, in Oregon, the balance weighs heavily, that is struck by the law, weighs heavily in favor of transparency. This group is not subject to the Public Meetings Law whatsoever, but has voluntarily undertaken the prerogative to hold its meetings open in public. So this group has yet further struck a balance even farther in favor of transparency than the Public Meetings Law, than the balance struck by the law itself, if that makes sense. Having said that, this group is absolutely free under the Public Meetings Law to close its meeting and go into executive session for any reason or no reason, and you still would be striking your balance well in favor of transparency and much more in favor than the law requires.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so at this point, I would like to close the public portion of the meeting. And one thing I do want to do is just remind people of a couple of things. Number one is we are seeking public comment. There is an email address which we have provided previously, and it's actually on the website. So if you have comment and you want to communicate something to us, please do. We encourage you to do that. And we do appreciate all of you being here. So the second thing I wanted to point out is, as I keep reminding all of you, because it's definitely in my head, we have a very short time frame. So everything that we're doing is going to be very transparent, very public, very soon. So we're just working our way through this, and our report is going to be out. We've been instructed to give it to the governor by November the 1st. So we're really talking about time here. So.